Okay, welcome everybody. We're back with Phoenix Wright's Attorney. I did not keep my word. I think in the last episode I said I would be recording like the next day or within the next 2 days to finish up Turnabout Samurai. About that did not happen. I had a long weekend, and I was like, oh, I can record some more then, and then I didn't. So it's a new week, new me. You know, they say new year, new me, but instead it's a new week, new me. I absolutely intend to finish up this episode, in this recording session, though. Maybe I'll start the episode 4. Not 100% sure about that yet. I might get to that tomorrow, but so far, every time I've said, I'll do it tomorrow, I have not done it tomorrow. So here we go. I don't remember anything that was happening. That was a close one, huh, Mia?
Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it.
Maya?
So what happened?
Well, you channeled your dead sister again. Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it, do we? I don't know if we, know for sure at this point, but definitely it's becoming clear that, it was someone in the trailer. Now, all I need is a motive and proof.
Wow, good going, Nick.
Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Yeah, what kind of system is that? This is definitely like a dystopian world in terms of the justice system. Because that's broken. That is extremely unfair. In real life, murder trials can take months. They don't take days. Maybe some trials do, I don't know, but I don't see a murder trial being finished in 3 days.
Initial trial? What's that?
Oh, haven't you heard? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up.
So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days?
Yeah, pretty much. Kind of shocked I haven't told you this by now. Hasn't it been at least a month since we met? I don't know. I'm not really keeping track of the time that passes in this game. I think it's been at least a month. Well, we've no time to waste. Do we? I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Right, that's what we figured out. It was, Hammer, the victim, in the costume, rather than Powers.
What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume?
Yeah, you were mentally checked out during that part of the trial. Mia was here, though. Just ask her. You can't. Yeah.
But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick.
Yeah. Yeah, we went over that.
Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it?
I don't know. That's what we're here to find out. Yeah, that's what we have to find out. I am always predicting what he's gonna say next. Either that means the dialogue is very predictable, or it means me and Phoenix Wright think exactly alike. Which we don't. I do like him, though.
What happened with the director's testimony?
Oh, it was bullshit. It was all bullshit. Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer.
Huh.
Which means that the killer has to be one of them.
Really? Why?
Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is, right? Because we found that picture that the kid took. What was his name? Cody Hackins? I don't care, I don't like him. What? Yeah, I know, it's surprising. Was Maya always this excitable? Yeah, I think so. Any ideas? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us?
I can't see what's going on when Mia is here, so no, I haven't noticed anything.
Well, then call her back and I'll ask her. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP? WP Powers, right. Did you forget the name of your own client? Dude, I mean, to be fair, he hasn't even taken the witness stand. So far, the only accused person in this game who's taken the stand was Larry. I don't think Maya ever took the stand, she never gave a testimony. Which is weird, you'd think they'd ask for the defendant's testimony. But maybe they just disregard it on the fact of, oh, if they're guilty, then they'd be lying anyway, which is kind of a bit of a shitty logic to have. Let's go to the detention center, talk to Mr. Will Powers, who kind of looks like Hugh Jackman. October 19th. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today, thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? He's on trial, dude. He's being accused of a murder. I think he has the right to be a little bit upset, even though it's starting to look like it wasn't him.
Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there.
And could you wipe that grin off your face?
Hey, WP, only 1 day left.
1 day until you're convicted of this crime and sentenced to death. What, is that not what I was supposed to say?
Let's make it count.
Yeah, well, there's not really anything I could do to help.
Ha ha ha. I'm not really sure what I can do either.
Please, this is no laughing matter. A man's life is on the line here, and it's my life because I'm about to collapse from the stress of this case. Sorry, I think I've mentioned before, this is definitely not my favorite case in this game. Producer Vasquez. Can you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. I, however, think she's a fucking moron.
A genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days.
That doesn't sound very good.
Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and...
And what?
Nothing. Forget it. I just think she's really, really fucking hot.
Which, I mean, I can't blame him. Vasquez is kinda pretty.
I've only heard rumors anyhow. Rumors that, she's embezzling government funds. That's how the studios manages to stay not bankrupt. She's embezzling funds. Mishandling our profits and whatnot. And the government's profits. I don't even know how she does that. She's not in the government. Director Manila. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manila.
A very unfortunate name. I hope that's a stage name for his sake. I hope that his parents, didn't have the last name Manila and then go what would be funny? If we gave our kid a name that made his full name sound like a disease that you catch from eating raw chicken. For his sake, I hope that's not the case.
I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though.
This is gonna be a little aside here, but I have played Danganronpa, and this is gonna sound random, especially to anybody who has never played Danganronpa before. But I've played Danganronpa, I've played the first 2 games, I have the third, haven't played it yet. And with this whole thing with Manila and Vasquez, maybe minor spoilers for Danganronpa, I guess, not really. If you know the characters Hifumi and Celeste, if you know those characters, if you've played Danganronpa, you know what I'm talking about. Definitely Danganronpa took inspiration from Ace Attorney. Going back and playing Ace Attorney again, I can see it even more clearly. So it's possible that the dynamic for Hifumi and Celeste kind of came from Manila and Vasquez, especially since I'm seeing very much how Hifumi could have been inspired by Manila, 100%. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, although I can't imagine him jumping. Hey, that's a little rude.
Sure, he's probably at least a co-conspirator in a murder, but
I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth.
Well, he's definitely dropped off the face of this mortal plane. For sure. He's not on this earth anymore. His body is. His spirit isn't. It's gone. Oh, yeah, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business.
How old was he?
You're 23? Oh, 30s. Oh. For some reason, I was under the impression that he was much younger than that. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions like Global.
How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer.
I know, we all were. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global.
That sounds a little fishy.
5 years ago? Obviously, since I played this game before, I know what's going on. But just let me pretend, I can at least pretend that I'm playing this for the first time.
Oh, accidentally. There's a pop filter attached to my microphone. It's a very bad one. It doesn't really do anything.
But I just accidentally knocked my controller right into it. I don't think I have anything to present to you. Usually the game gives you a hint if there is. So let's go to the studio. Oh, great, you. I don't like her. I really don't like her.
The old windbag sure is quiet today.
Yeah, I hope it stays that way. It's just, this chapter is just full of characters that I really don't like. At all. I don't like Old Bag. I don't like Cody. I don't like Manila.
Powers is cool though. I like Powers. He's like a big softie. He looks really intimidating, but he's actually very, very soft. I like him.
You know, this place is really peaceful like this.
Maya, you're just gonna piss her off.
Nick, I think our guard's down.
Yeah?
I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted.
I mean, I'm always down for some donuts. I haven't had breakfast yet this morning. It's 11:17 a.m. I have not eaten anything. I've been awake for... I don't even want to say an hour. I don't think it's even been an hour since I woke up. I just got right to recording, so that shows what my priorities are.
You eat, you die.
What did you do, poison those donuts?
Whew, she's alive.
I mean, her eyes were open, she's been blinking, she's standing. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer.
Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way.
She seems bitter. I mean, if you work for someone like that, would you really be surprised? If I worked for someone who literally always got what they wanted, like, I'd be bitter too.
Do you not like the producer?
Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Well, we're the authorities. Like, we're not police, but I am a lawyer, and she's a spirit medium, but she's my assistant, like, legally on paper, I guess. Director Manella, can I ask you about Sal Manella, the director?
Sal? He's soft, a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it.
Okay, well, let's not get into that discussion. That's mildly inappropriate.
Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt?
Oh, wait until you find out about the kink community, Maya. No shame to them, none at all, but, like, wait till you find out. Like, do what you want, you know, if everybody's having fun, who cares?
That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick?
No, it doesn't, Maya. Phoenix, is there something you want to talk about? It's okay. You can tell me. Is there something you want to talk about? Is there something you want to mention? Sorry, it's just the way he answered that made it seem really, really weird on his part. Mr. Hammer. About Mr. Hammer.
Arrgh. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it.
I'm calling him a criminal, a thief. I mean, that's what happened. That seems like what happened.
I won't forget this!
With 3 exclamation points. Exclamation marks? I think it's exclamation marks. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing.
Except he did. Except he did.
Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible.
I mean, unless he was planning to commit a crime of his own. Is that a spoiler? That might be a spoiler. But, like, wouldn't it be obvious at this point that that's, like, the only reason he would disguise himself like that? I don't have anything to present to you, so I'm just gonna get away from here, like, as fast as possible. Let's go to the employee area, because it's a dead end and there's nowhere else to go from here.
I guess they're not filming today, either.
Would you expect them to? It's been 3 days? Not even, like, 2 days? 2 or 3 days? Not even a week? Not even half a week since a murder occurred here. Do you really expect them to be filming again so soon?
I did want to see them filming just one time.
I mean, it's... I don't know anything about filming, like, movies or TV shows or whatnot, but I doubt it's as exciting as the final product. Because, like, sometimes there's green screen effects and, like, CGI and whatnot, and some of the actors gotta have this weird gear on them. Like, the weird balls on their head. That looks kind of funky. Like, with Pirates of the Caribbean, however it's actually pronounced, I don't know. But, like, with Davy Jones, like, I've seen, like, set photos. It looks so weird. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later, if they let you.
I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there are any other clues lying around.
Yar! Oh. No touching. I'm walking here. No touching. I always have to do I'm walking here before I can do his voice correctly. Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean... I almost had a heart attack. Not quite how heart attacks work, I don't think. Cardiac arrest, I think, would be the more proper term for it. Heh, I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. Don't even try to speak French at me. Okay, I took 2 years of French and I forgot all of it. Have I mentioned that before? I think I have. I'm walking... I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal, traces thereof. I doubt you're gonna find a whole pill. I'm not... How would you fucking put sleeping pill... Maybe he crushed them up and, like, put them on the steak. I don't know. Like, I know I keep saying I've played this game before, but, like, it has been 2 years. It has been 2 years since I played this game. So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? Oh, you can, like, test for that sort of thing. For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. It reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color. I'm just gonna believe that that's a real thing that exists. It probably isn't. It's probably just something they made up for plot convenience. Which, like, this game came out in the early 2000s, and it's set in, like, I think 2016. So maybe they're just like, oh, in 15 years, this definitely will be something that exists. And it probably wasn't. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Found in the employee area. On it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. Investigation. How goes your investigation? Who goes? I don't know what I was trying to say. To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. Definitely switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I mean, you shouldn't say I hate to admit it around me. I'm his defense attorney. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. That sounds dangerous. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. That's not really something to be celebrating. I mean, coffee is very, very hot. You know, McDonald's had, like, a lawsuit where their coffee was too hot, and someone, like, this old lady got really bad burns from it. And, like, it's the sort of lawsuit that, like, sounds really ridiculous at first. It was like, oh, how could you not know the coffee was hot? But, like, also, at the time, they were keeping their coffee at a temperature higher than the industry standard, specifically to save money. And, like, the temperature it was at was literally dangerous. Like, the woman got, like, third-degree burns from just spilling the coffee on her. So, like, once you consider that, it doesn't sound, like, as ridiculous of a lawsuit. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups. Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jackhammer's prints on that bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Found on a table in the foyer, it bears Jackhammer's fingerprints. Yeah, I'll present that bottle in court. Today? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. I guess that's all there is to do here for now. Oh, we can go into the dressing room? Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I feel like I have to burp. There we go, problem solved. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent! Yeah, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? No! 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 Alright, talk. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yeah? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1? Well, that is where the body was found. However, that is not where he was killed. Which really Really throws you for a loop.
He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too.
What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? That's what we're trying to figure out.
Oh. I guess the rumor must be true, then.
The rumor?
Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently.
Some dirt?
What dirt?
Dirt, you know, bad stuff. She just picked up a handful of dirt and sprinkled it right on him and said, "You will now do my bidding." And he was like, okay, because he wasn't about to argue with a crazy woman who just put dirt on his head.
I know what dirt means.
About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too.
The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then?
The last episode.
What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai?
I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant.
No.
Yeah, it's fine. You'll find another show to obsess over. I would say I know that for sure, but like, I don't obsess over TV shows. I mean, I binged the hell out of Supernatural several years ago, but thank God I left that phase. Seems like it's a good thing I didn't follow it all the way up to the finale. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore.
What? Why?
They're gonna make adult shows, if you catch my drift. I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. I have an eyelash in my eye. Oh my god, this always happens. I hate this. This sucks. I don't like it. Ow. Alright, okay. Studio policy. Why aren't they gonna make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. A man died. Like, they can't erase that. His death was very public. They want it quiet, you understand?
How can they just do that?
Well, you know, when you're Hollywood and you're in the pockets of politicians that run the country. But that's a conversation for another time.
What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai?
It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow.
No, that can't be true.
If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. After about a week or two.
Nick, say something.
Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. This is gonna be the scrapbook, isn't it? Take that! And this is... A fan collected all of these photographs. Hold on, I need to adjust the way I'm sitting in this chair. I hate this chair. I want a different chair, but there is no different chair. There's 4 chairs in this room. Actually, wait a minute, I could use that other one. I don't feel like standing up. I'm just making excuses at this point. A fan collected all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. I don't think she's the one in charge, dude. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
And, you know what, we'll just do it now. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died?
Yeah, people die all the time. It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer?
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public?
Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out.
I see.
You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks. We'll try asking her, although I really don't want to. If she'll talk. Okay, that was quick. So, I'm gonna end this episode here, and next time, I guess we're gonna have to fucking talk to Miss Oldbag. So, anyway, have a good day. Look forward to the next episode, which will be up tomorrow. I've been scheduling all of these to go public just every day. So, see ya then.